Hi everyone, welcome to JavaScript Bytes video series on Learn Awesome. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to lazy load images in JavaScript using the modern intersection observer API. This means your web page will only load images when they are about to enter the viewport, which makes your site faster, more efficient, and better for SEO. By the end, you'll know what lazy loading is, how intersection observer works, and how to write it yourself. No libraries needed. So let's get started. So here I am in Visual Studio Code. First, let's create a new file and I'll call it index.html. And then I'm going to add some boilerplate, give it a title, and add some styling. Okay, next I'm going to add some images, and for that I'm going to use placeholder.co website, which allows us to add placeholder images with some text. So I'm going to copy this over here with text back. Let's break down what we have written so far. We have a simple HTML structure with 4 images. As for the style block, we are using a bit of inline CSS right inside the head. This saves us from needing a separate CSS file for this small demo. For the body, we are using sans serif font to give our page a clean, readable font. Max width 600 pixel keeps our content at a comfortable width so lines of text don't stretch too wide. Margin 0 auto centers the whole page horizontally, and padding 20 pixels adds some space inside the page edges so things don't touch the browser window. As for the image styling, the display block makes sure each image takes up its own line. Width 100% makes the image fill the container width responsively. Margin bottom 40 pixel adds space between images so they are not stacked right on top of each other. Min height 200 pixel gives each image a minimum height so that even before the real image loads, there's empty space reserved. This prevents the page from jumping when the image appears. And background triple E sets a light gray background so you can see where the image will be. This makes it clear that lazy loading is working when you scroll. Notice that image tags don't have a source attribute. They have data source instead. This is important. Data source holds the real image URL. We'll add the source later in JavaScript when the image is near the viewport. You must be wondering why use data source and why not just put the URL in source? Well, if you do, the browser loads the image immediately. But if you use data source, the browser ignores it. Then we can control when the real source is added, which is the key to lazy loading that we are trying to accomplish. So now let me add a script tag here, and inside that, let's grab all the images that have data source. This line says, find every image with a data source attribute. Now let's talk about intersection observer. So normally you would use scroll events to check if an image is visible, but scroll events can be inefficient. They fire too often. Intersection observer is a modern API that watches elements and tells you when they enter or leave the viewport. Super efficient and super smooth. So we'll create an intersection observer and give it a callback function. That function runs whenever an image intersects the viewport. Let's break this down. Entries is a list of elements being observed. Entry.intersecting checks if an element is in the viewport. If it is, we get the real source from data source, set source to that value so that image actually loads, remove data source since we don't need it anymore, and stop observing this image because it's loaded. Finally, we need to tell the observer to watch each image. Alright, so now we select all images, we loop through them, we tell the observer, hey, keep an eye on this image. When an image is about to appear, the callback runs, swaps in the real source from data source, and the browser loads the image just in time. That's the entire lazy loading system with intersection observer. Time to try it out. Let me reload it. And if I scroll quickly to the bottom, seems everything was loaded very quickly. So this is not that obvious. So if I go to network, select 3G and reload, you can see hello 1, 2, and 3 are loaded. Hello 4 is not loaded as yet. But if I scroll down, hello 4 gets loaded as well. Awesome. Our lazy loading with intersection observer is working. So what did we learn? Lazy loading differs off-screen images to speed up your page. Data source holds the real image URL until needed, and intersection observer watches when element enters the viewport, no messy scroll events. And this is the entire code to do that. You can find link to the code in description. You just built a modern lazy loading solution with pure JavaScript and intersection observer. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more beginner-friendly JavaScript tutorials, and drop a comment if you want me to cover more modern web APIs like this. Thanks for watching. Now go make your pages faster and your users happier. See you in the next one.